Hey everyone, welcome to Man Cave Insider. I'm Dennis. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you can see past and future videos. We are here in my man cave, and this room is filled with things that I've collected my entire life. These are the stories behind them. And today, we are going to be taking a look at the new 4K release of The Outsiders, the complete novel, which was just sent to me by Warner Brothers. This film is appearing on 4K for the very first time, looking better than it ever has, and the complete novel features over 20 minutes of footage not seen in the original release. The Outsiders was based on the novel of the same name, written by Susan Eloise Hinton, who went by the pen name of S.E. Hinton. She began writing the novel when she was just 15 years old, and it was published in 1967 when she was 18 years old. By the book's 50th anniversary in 2017, it had sold more than 15 million copies and has been translated into 30 languages. The book is set in the 60s in her hometown of Tulsa, Oklahoma, of tensions between crosstown rivals, the Greasers, and the socials known as Socias. A teacher at the Lone Star Elementary School in Fresno wrote a letter to Coppola with 15 pages of student signatures asking him to make a film of the novel that they were reading in class. After Coppola had read the book, he was so impressed at the relationships of the characters that he wanted to make this movie. The film is known for its amazing cast, featuring C. Thomas Howell, Matt Dillon, Ralph Macchio, Patrick Swayze, Rob Lowe, Emilio Estevez, Diane Lane, Tom Cruise, and Leif Garrett. Most of the actors were fairly unknown at the time, and Coppola had extensive auditions, having each actor read for multiple parts. Several other prominent actors auditioned but were not cast in the film, such as Dennis Quaid, Scott Baio, Kate Capshaw, Nicolas Cage, Sean Penn, Mickey Rourke, Val Kilmer, and Anthony Michael Hall. While getting ready for the film, Coppola had the three actors playing the Curtis brothers, Swayze, Howell, and Lowe, spend the night together in the house that would be used in the film. He even tried to convince Matt Dillon to spend a night in jail to see what it was like, but Dillon refused. To add to the tensions between the actors who played the Socias and the Greasers, the Socias were given nicer rooms at the hotel, while the Greaser actors were confined to rooms on the first floor. He even had the two groups play flag football and soccer against each other. The film had a $10 million budget, and when it was released in March of 1983, grossed over $33 million. And the popularity of the film has continued to grow since its release almost 40 years ago. There was never a sequel to the book, but there was a sequel television series that aired on the Fox network in 1990 that picked up where the film left off. While the series gained good reviews by critics, it had poor ratings and it only lasted for 13 episodes. The director's cut of the film, called The Complete Novel, was released in 2005, when Coppola's granddaughter was studying the film in her class, and he was being asked about several scenes that were in the book but not in the film. So Coppola decided to reassemble the film, adding all of the scenes that were in the book but not in the theatrical version of the film, and presented it to his granddaughter's class. And it was later released on DVD in 2005. The Curtis house used in the film is now a museum in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Rapper Danny O'Connor, known as Danny Boy from the group House of Pain, saw The Outsiders when he was 13 years old, and it changed his life. When he was on tour with his group La Coca Nostra in 2004, they had a stop in Tulsa, Oklahoma. He asked the driver to take him around to several sites around the city that were used in the filming of The Outsiders, and he came across the Curtis house that was used in the film. By this time, the house was in such bad shape that it was about to be torn down. So he bought the house for around $20,000. He spent the next 3 years raising money through a GoFundMe campaign to restore the house to exactly the way it looked in the 1983 film. His efforts caught the attention of author S.E. Hinton, who met up with him to learn more about the project. Hinton was so impressed by O'Connor's passion for the book, the film, and the project of restoring the house that she personally donated $25,000 for the museum. Hinton served as a consultant throughout the filming of the movie, and she even had a cameo as a nurse towards the end of the film. I was very excited that Warner Brothers sent me this new 4K release of The Outsiders, the complete novel. It has an introduction by Coppola. The film is completely remastered. It looks absolutely amazing. So let's take a look at the discs inside. So this is the 4K release of The Outsiders, the complete novel directed by Francis Ford Coppola. This also includes the original theatrical version and includes some newly commissioned artwork specifically for this release. And on the back, it's got a description of the film. The bonus features, it includes a new introduction from Francis Ford Coppola, a looking back retrospective, and some deleted scenes. This also comes with a digital code, which I've already taken out, and it's on 2 4K discs. One disc for the theatrical version and one disc for the complete novel version. I definitely prefer the complete novel version. It gives much more depth to the characters, especially some of the supporting characters, and it includes everything from the original theatrical version. But it's great to have both of these. They look amazing on 4K, and it really gives this film a much more brilliant presentation than on previous Blu-ray and DVD and VHS releases. So that is it for our look at The Outsiders, the complete novel directed by Francis Ford Coppola in 4K. I want to thank Warner Brothers for giving me the opportunity to review this incredible release. I'm going to put a description down below on where you can get this. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and remember to stay gold.